Hold on.
Ты закончили?
Okay.
Хорошо.
Hi, everybody.
Всем привет.
Hello.
Hallo. Guten Tag, Fräulein.
Guten Tag. Guten Morgen.
Guten Morgen.
Утро.
Ja, ja. Das ist richtig. All right, class 10.
Класс 10.
Here we go. Who wants to read?
Кто хочет почитать?
How would you like to read?
Yes.
Ты хочешь почитать? Да,
Please.
Yes.
пожалуйста.
Why do things change and why do something in
Почему
your world,
наши,
in our world,
и
cause
почему
other
одни
things?
вещи в
For
нашем мире
example, why
вызывают
the
другие?
medicine always work?
Например,
Or
почему лекарства
why are
всегда
some
помогают, или
investment
почему
strategies
некоторые
always
стратегии
successful?
всегда успешны?
Successful.
Successful.
Yeah, English. Yeah,
Thank
why
you.
are some investment strategies always successful?
Почему стратегии инвестирования всегда успешны?
Hello? Is
Ты
anybody there?
I don't know.
что-то?
Why are some investment
Почему
strategies always
стратегия
successful?
всегда
Yeah, I
успешны?
doubt there's anything that's always successful.
Потому что
There isn't. It's a trick question.
Mm.
потому
Or
Yeah.
что
medicine.
What's that?
Or medicine. Like what?
может быть
Yeah.
Always
инвестируя
successful? No.
всегда.
No, nothing. So why do things change? And why do some things in our world cause other things?
Почему одни вещи создают другие вещи? Что нас причины?
Well, things change because they're empty and not
Вещи
self-existent.
меняются, потому что они пустые и они являются существующими.
And
That's
they
why
depend on karma.
Они зависят от
Yeah.
кармы.
they change because of the fluctuations and the
Они
causes that
меняются,
created them,
потому что это,
which are
а,
dependent upon the seeds in which you planted
которые
when you helped
меняются.
or hurt other
Это
people. Or we're
семья,
neutral. We're
которая
ambivalent.
реализует все цели. Потом причиняет любовь или нейтрально.
Yeah. And why do some things in our world cause
И
other things?
почему
Ooh, tricky. Why do
причины,
some things in our
которые
world
создают
cause other things?
другие вещи? Почему? Почему? Что является причиной?
Nobody? All right.
Никто не
Mm,
знает.
some things apparently cause other things,
Только
but you can't mix
это,
correlation and causation.
мы не можем
Okay? Um,
смешивать
that's why people can't
причины
decide
и
if it's
и почему
luck, God,
люди
or them. All right?
не могут понять,
Because
это
things seem
удача,
random,
Бог, потому что это
because the
кажется
causes
рандомно,
that create
случайно.
certain things are
Потому что
disparate
причины
with
не
the
дают
result.
что-то просто.
I don't know.
Это
I
кажется
try to think of the first,
причины и
like,
следствия.
or like cavemen or something. I don't know.
Это как
I mean, think about it. Seriously,
Ну, вы подумайте. Серьезно.
there's no way to actually know that the act of sex
Знаете,
causes pregnancy. If you're
здесь
a
нет
cave
такого,
person,
что
you can draw that conclusion,
это
but because it doesn't
приходит к
happen right
беременности.
after the
Но
thing,
это не всегда
9
происходит
months,
так.
you're like,
То
I
есть
don't know what
здесь
happened.
я не знаю, что
Right?
происходит.
I mean, teenagers don't know that. They have to go to
То
a
есть
class.
дети должны знать,
That's why
которые
you have
ходить
sex ed
на
class.
урок. Этого
Seriously, you don't know. If I gave
этого
you,
сюда
I've
на урок.
gardened, okay?
Если
If I gave you a pile of seeds and I showed you one, you would
если
not
вам
know which
покажу
seed was which vegetable you've eaten
лицензию.
70 million times.
Если вам
The
покажу
seed does
семена, то
not
вы не
look
знаете,
like
что это
the
будет.
plant,
Потому что
period.
семя, не похоже на
Have
растение.
you ever seen a beet seed? I know you've eaten borscht,
Вы видели?
Mariana. Have you seen a beet seed? It looks really weird. Beet seeds look strange. They look really, they're cool looking. But if I
Это
showed you one, you wouldn't be
семена.
like, oh, that's the borscht I ate last week.
Что
Okay?
это?
So it seems like some things cause other things
Вы
because
скажете, что
they
кто-то является
corrелate or they
результатом,
happen
потому
consecutively,
что у них есть какой-то
but
связь.
that doesn't mean it's the actual cause.
Но
The
это
key
не
word
значит,
is
что
some,
это действительно является результатом.
okay?
Это причина.
Some, it has to be consistent if it's a cause.
Это должно быть
Why does medicine always work?
точно.
It doesn't. Why
Почему
are some investment strategies always
когда
successful? They're not.
работает или не работает? Почему
All
какие-то
right, here we go. I'll read this.
Давайте, кто
Yeah.
хочет прочитать?
Despite the fact that things are empty, no,
Несмотря на
because
то,
of
что
the
вещи
fact
пустые,
that things are
нет,
empty, things
из-за того,
work.
что вещи пустые, они работают.
Because, for example,
Если,
medicine
например,
is
лекарство
empty
пусто
and has no
и не
inherent
обладает
nature of
природой
being able to
быть
cure
способным
anything at
вылечить
all.
вообще
Aspirin
что-либо,
works for some people
аспирин
and
помогает одним людям
doesn't
и не
work
помогает другим.
for others, depending on
В
their
зависимости
own
от их
past
собственных
or
поступков.
karma. And it's
Лекарства.
obvious
И
that
очевидно,
we
что
can
мы не
say
можем
that
сказать,
risky
что
investment
рискованные
strategies
стратегии
are more
активны или
successful
успешны,
than
чем
conservative ones,
консервативные,
and or vice
или наоборот.
versa.
Vice versa.
Vice versa. Either one is successful
Один
for a
успешный для
person
человека,
who has made good
создавшего
karmic
хороший кармический
imprints
отпечаток.
on their mind in the past, and either one
Это
is
знание плохо
unsuccessful for a
и
person
неуспешно для человека, который не сделал
who
этого.
has not
This first C is like a K. It's successful.
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 Yeah, good.
Thank you.
The answer is seeds. That's always the answer. Why?
Ответ именно. Почему всегда этот ответ?
All right. Mm. It's easy to say, it's hard to practice, okay?
Это хорошо говорить,
The
но
pen, it's
просто
easy to get
потом
annoyed at hearing the pen again, but
это всегда раздражаешь, когда
the
слышишь,
fact that you're getting annoyed at hearing the pen again means you don't understand the pen.
когда вы раздражены, что в этой дискуссии, значит, вы
Right?
еще не
You
поняли.
can't get annoyed and
Вы не
understand
должны
anything
быть раздражены,
simultaneously.
чтобы понимать
It's impossible.
что-то.
All right.
Мгм.
Okay, number 2.
Хорошо. Второй.
Who wants to
Кто
read? Olia, do you want to read?
хочет почитать? Оля, не хочешь почитать?
Podlatska Chitai?
1 second, please.
Оля,
Одну
Дякую.
добрый день.
Добрий день.
Please read.
Mhm. Explain why the higher part of the Madhyamika school does not
Здесь
accept
почему высшая
the
школа магнитики
un
понимаю,
unqualified belief
веру,
of the lower parts
лишь
in wrong
частью
and right deceptive
высшего
objects.
правильно
Yeah.
обманчивые
Tibetan.
веры. И счастье
Yeah,
тибетских
Tibetan.
и иранских.
Yeah. It's the lower middle way. Svatantrika
Это ниже
um
Татарика.
believes in kind of
Может,
different levels of
они
emptiness and different
они
levels of
верят
deceptive
в
objects.
разные
They say there's
типы
like a mirage is
красоты. Они думают про мираж,
deceptive, deceptively deceptive,
обманчивые
but like
реальность,
Olia would be
как Оля
not deceptively
должна быть,
deceptive. Like, because
должна быть одна,
Olia really exists, but a
Оля
mirage
и
doesn't really
и
exist.
она мираж не
And the higher middle way says what to that?
и высокая, выше чувствует.
Well, does not accept it, which comes from the
Выше,
question, right?
понимаете,
Yeah, they say none of that crap exists.
например, потому что не это не существует.
So, so why don't they?
Почему,
What's their reasoning?
почему они
What's the higher middle way's reasoning for not
и какой
qualifying
аргумент,
certain things as
что
wrong, and other things as wrong?
говорит, что одни вещи правильные, неправильные, другие вещи неправильные.
Seeds, I told you the answer already. Everything is empty.
Это
It doesn't matter.
просто
A mirage is just
какая
as
разница.
empty as
Мираж просто
oh
пусть
yeah,
поле.
that's all. Like, why are we wasting our time? That's
Случайно
what they say.
тратить свое время. То, что он говорит.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you read this.
Я пыталась почитать.
Yo.
Wow. The unqualified division into wrong and
Полное
right
разделение
deceptive objects
обманчивых объектов на
is
ошибочных правил,
based on a belief
основанное
that
на
some
вере,
objects
что
have
некоторые
their own
объекты
true nature,
имеют
those
свою
that
собственную природу,
function
те, которые
as
действуют так,
expected are right,
как ожидается,
and
как
those
правильно,
that do not
те, кто
function
не так, как
as
ожидается,
expected are wrong.
ошибочные.
Such a
Такое
distinction
действие,
thought is
однако,
meaningless if both those
Oh.
that function as expected
это
and
безвестно, но
those that do
и
not
те,
so
кто
function
постановляет,
Though.
taught taught
Though.
toe
Though.
toe
No. Though.
though yeah
Yay! She got it.
oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Keep going.
To the perceptions of
как
a
это
non-Arya are related
как
relative
восприятие Ари,
to the
и те,
ultimate
кто воспринимает так,
truth which
ожидается,
an
что
Arya understands. That is
такими
both objects which seem
которые
right and
понимают Ари,
which
те
seem wrong
объекты,
to a
которые не Ари, потому что
non-Arya
правильно,
are
те,
realized
которые потому что
by an
ошибочны,
Arya to
в
be
конечном
wrong
счете становятся Ари,
ultimately.
это ошибочные.
Without understanding the
Без
true
понимания
nature of
природы,
change as a simple
изменения, как
projection,
простой проекции,
we
мы неверно
misunderstanding
понимаем
the
природу
nature of
того,
how anything works as
как работает,
expected.
как ожидается.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all wrong to an aria, okay? Remember that
И
part.
все, кажется, неправильно говорит.
Yeah. The lower middle way does have some belief in
Высшая
like
школа
things have
есть
some self-existent
вера,
nature.
что есть что-то существующее.
And
вещах.
it's kind of funny because people are like,
И я
how
что-то
could they
знаю.
believe that? That's ridiculous.
Как они могут думать это
I
глупо?
don't know. How could you
Я не
believe
знаю, как ты
your president's an asshole?
веришь, что ты
That's all.
блин,
All right, that's what the
да,
lower middle way is
да,
for.
да,
It's for us
это
because the
видимо,
reason we're not Aryas is because
почему мы
if you are not one,
потому что мы
is
еще,
because you still have some belief in self-existent
то,
things.
что у нас есть еще вера на существующую.
Otherwise, you wouldn't need this class. All right.
Когда вам
Yeah,
не
Yangdak Kunzo.
Яндекс
What's that
кусок.
mean? What's this Yangdak mean?
Яндекс, что означает?
Yeah, this is right deceptive. It's right wrong. So how do you say wrong? I don't know. Maybe Kunzo Kundak Kunzo. I don't know. Oh, Lokbe. Yeah, you could say that. Lokbe Kunzo. Lokba means wrong or backwards,
Что означает
incorrect.
это?
Yeah, Lokbe Kunzo. Okay, makes sense. How many are these? 5. Okay,
Thank
cool.
you, teacher.
You're welcome. All right, number 3. Mariana, are you wearing different glasses today?
Марьяна, у тебя
Yes,
другие
I have a few.
Да, да, мне все
I noticed.
Thank
Luckily. Okay, go ahead. Different glasses. You read this one.
Explain why the lower part of the Madhyamika
Объяснить,
school,
почему
those
низшая
of the
часть школы
independent group,
математики
believe that
представляет
results have
глубокую
some nature of their
независимость,
own,
уверен, что
come
результаты
from
имеют
causes which are something
собственную
other than
природу,
the results,
действуют
and which
причины
also have
вещи,
some
ищут
nature of their
результаты,
own.
и также мощь некую собственную природу.
Uh-oh. Okay. So explain why the lower part of Madhyamika, the Svatantrika,
Фантастика,
which means independent, believe that
часть
results have some
независимость,
nature of their own, come
потому
from
что
causes which
результаты
are
есть
something other than the results,
собственной природы,
and
которые
also have some and which
что
also have some nature of their own.
и которые тоже есть существуют.
Oh God. Why do they believe that?
Почему они так думают?
Because they're not the higher part of the Madhyamika school.
Просто
They have to be somewhat wrong.
высшая школа должна что-то
That's true.
неправильно. Да,
But why are they? How
ну
are they
почему
wrong?
они так?
In what manner are they wrong?
Зачем?
That neither the result
Потому что
nor the cause have a nature of
это
their own.
не причина,
They're
не
given
является причиной,
Why?
это результат.
What is their reasoning behind
Почему?
believing that?
И почему они так думают? Какой
That's the
гнев?
question.
I
Это
know, I'm
вопрос.
trying to get my way out of it. I don't know.
Yeah, I noticed.
Because, well, don't they think that things depend on their parts?
Yeah, I was thinking it has
And they don't they think the parts come from themselves?
They
Откуда
think,
происходит?
yeah, they think the parts
Они думают, что
are imputed
части
upon, but the parts themselves
части
are somehow
сами себе
self-existent. That is
тоже
true.
определяют существующие. Это правда?
So I guess the results
Я думаю, что
have some
результат
nature of their own because they're imputed upon by the causes.
есть существующие части,
Like
которые
maybe if the
происходят
results are the basis and the cause are the
результат это как
thing
основа.
imputing, so that's how things have a nature of their own.
Но есть это
Like by the sole fact of depending on something?
Those are the thing that is being projected on.
вещь, которая
But
проецирует
I don't know.
вещь. Ресурс, что проецирует вещь.
see. Yeah, I think we got it. Read it, Mariana.
The independent group believes in results which have some nature of their own and which come from causes which are something other than the results and which also have some nature of their own. They are forced to say this because they cannot accept the idea that cause and effect is all nothing but labeled through projection. That is, they do not see how causation and change itself can be simply a mental idealization. This is the root of almost all their differences with the higher Madhyamika school.
Yeah, basically they can't understand how karma itself can be can be a labeling process. Yeah. Yeah, the change itself. I got an argument about this with somebody. I said everything's empty, right? And they're like, yeah, of course. I'm like, okay, you already lost the debate. And I said, well, that means seeds are empty. Of course, word. So therefore, what about the image that comes out of your mind? What about it? Well, it's an image, isn't it? Yeah. So it has to have parts, doesn't it? Yeah. So the image itself is also empty of being the image itself, right? They said no. I was like, what? Oh well, I let them go.
Are you still talking to the person?
I see them sometimes. Haven't mentioned the debate in been about 6 years. They got mad. All right. Okay, Mariana, say rang,
Rang,
i,
i,
seni,
seni,
ki,
ki,
trupe,
trupe,
gyushen,
gyushen,
le,
le,
rangi,
rangi,
seniki,
tseniki,
yeah, trupe,
trupe,
trebu,
trepu,
shenkewa.
shenkewa.
Yeah. Yeah, Ranki Tseniki Drupa means something existing by its own definition, like on its own or something. Gyu is cause, Shen, other than. It comes from something other than the cause it exists self-existently as. And what is that? The Drebu, the result. Results come from other results come from which exist self-existently come from something other than the causes which exist self-existently. Something like that. But we don't believe that. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good job. Oh no. Mind only. Forget this hat. All right. I'm joking. Who wants to read? Lynn, are you there? Lynn?
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning. Please read.
Yes.
Read,
Yes,
read.
explain
Okay.
why the mind only school
Почему
believes
школа он только
that there must be
верит,
a basic
что должно
consciousness
существовать базовое
where
сознание,
certain
где
states
хранится определенная
created
семья,
by karma are
созданные
stored
планы,
and then later
которые
give their
позже дают
results.
результаты.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would they believe something crazy like that?
Почему мы
Why
чувствуем,
does the mind-only school believe that there
почему
must be
учат
a
верить,
foundation
что
consciousness
определенные
where certain seeds
базовые
created by
сознания
karma are stored
есть
and then later give their results?
семена, которые входят и
Why does mind
дают
only
результат.
believe in foundation consciousness?
Почему вот это такое, что базовое сознание?
Come on, I spent 8 years toiling away at this
Один,
book.
8 лет.
Come to mixed nuts class.
Я должна приходить на лекцию.
Because they don't believe what
Потому что
everything
они верят,
our projection.
что все происходит.
That sounds, say again, Anastasia.
Пожалуйста, вот еще раз повторите.
Because mind only
Потому
believe
что
what that
он только верит, что
everything not our
вот
projection.
все происходит. То есть все происходит наш проект.
No, not exactly.
Нет,
Close.
это
Close, but not
близко.
exactly.
Вот.
Anybody else?
Maybe
Если кто-то еще.
because they believe that everything
Где-нибудь они
depends
верят,
on
что
causes,
все
like
вещи
on some
происходят
previous
причины,
things.
как и
And this would
для того, чтобы создать.
require
И это
basis,
следует,
right? If
Yeah.
things depend on other things
да, что
constantly, all the time.
всегда происходит
Yeah,
результаты.
that's true.
Да,
Yeah.
правда?
Okay. Anybody else?
Есть ли кто-то еще?
They're not, Anastasia and Mariana are not wrong. Just some
Конечно,
key details, I think.
неправильно. Неправильно. Еще есть какие-то детали по закону.
Nothing? No one? Was asleep?
And it would also imply that there is this self-existent place where seeds are stored, right? So this is
Место
Yeah,
существующее.
yeah, that's more along the lines, yeah. They feel like, the mind-only school thinks that
Он только думает,
how can there has to be a place where the seeds are
что есть
kept that
какое-то
then ripen as
место,
the
где
experiences you
семена
have.
какое-то
That's on its
действие, где
own, or how could that place be a place where the seeds could be
как
kept?
это может быть место,
If the
где
seeds
все
were
семена
kept in
находятся?
something that wasn't
Если
self-existent, was
бы
also
вещи,
empty, then
если семена
it couldn't
находились
be
в
a
какой-то
place
месте,
where the
то
seeds
не
could be
должно
kept,
быть
because
существовать.
where
Потому
would
что
the
это невозможно.
projection for the place
Тогда
that
зачем вот
was a
этот
place that wasn't
проект
self-existent
есть,
come from
который не
if
происходит
the
сам по себе?
seeds
Если
had no
семена
place to be
нет,
other than
нет
that place?
места, где были бы семена.
And it seems like that those seeds that are being kept there are
Эти семена,
also
которые
not are
есть,
self-existent then, right?
которые находятся, они тоже не происходят сам по себе.
Or not?
Seeds
Да?
themselves are not, but
Где,
some of what the seeds create.
ну, может
This
быть,
is the
есть
three
какие-то,
characteristics of
которые
the mind-only school.
создаются, там
Kuntak,
есть три
Shenmong, and Yongjo.
характеристики. Контакшн,
Yeah. It's a little crazy, it's confusing, but basically,
это более
I
сложно,
wouldn't say they think the seeds are self-existent, but I think the
потому что
place where they
просто
kept are. Yeah.
существующее место, где находится вещь.
Yeah. Yeah. Here we go. Then you read.
Yes. Again, the problem is based
Опять же, проблема
on
основана
an inability
на неспособности
to escape
принять
the
идею,
idea,
Accept.
accept the
Ec-
idea,
Accept.
accept
Good, yes.
the idea that
идею о
causation
том,
itself
что
can be
здесь
simply
сам по
a
себе
product of our
может быть
rejections.
просто
In this
как
case,
будто
it
что
applies to causation, causation,
Causation.
causation,
No SH. Causation.
causation.
Better. Keep going.
Yeah, in the form of karma and its results, unable to accept
великий кармы
that
и
the
результат.
ripening of a karma
Неизбежность способна принять,
is
что
a
избирание кармы
in
является
due
методом цивилизации,
idealization
процесса
of
совершения,
the process of
поступка до
commission
переживания
of
результата.
the this until its result is
Да.
apparent. This could effort to
Это
create
школа
the
нужно
concept of the
создать
basic
концепцию
consciousness.
базового
Basis,
сознания.
not basic.
Basic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. You're welcome. Yeah, so they have to believe that some part of the process is
Думаю,
not
что есть
self-existent. So
какой-то
there has to
процесс,
be
который
some
является
foundation
там
in
должна быть
which
какая-то
it
основа,
doesn't have to
которая,
be a projection or an
у которой не должно быть
idealization.
проекта,
And
идеализации.
so they have to come up with an idea like foundation
Я думаю,
consciousness
что
for that.
это
Actually, the Buddha came up with it. so they
потому что это
so they'd
будет.
feel better. You're like, no, relax. Relax. No, I didn't mean it. Yeah, some things exist. Yeah. There's
Да,
a
есть действительно.
foundation.
Ну,
Yeah.
просто это,
Yeah, okay. So there's a foundation.
основа
There's seeds. It's like a
есть,
refrigerator. Okay.
это как
Relax. Aw. Sad. All right. But we're all like this. If you're really mad at something and someone walks up to you like and says, everything's empty, it's just a projection. What's wrong, Mariana? Why are you mad?
что случилось, Мария?
You want to punch them,
И ты такая, ну,
right?
да?
Exactly. That means you don't understand emptiness.
То, что ты не понимаешь, что это.
Yeah, you do. I know your violent
Да,
nature.
да.
Okay. That's the idea. All right, number 5. Who wants to read?
Вот я так, кто хочет сказать.
Maria, did you want to read?
Мария, хочешь почитать? Hello, everyone.
Привет.
Привет.
Explain why the viewpoint expressed by
Объяснить, почему точка зрения
Vashan
выраженная Сашан и
and
другие,
others that
это
morality is
нравственность является
unnecessary because
необходимым,
things are empty.
потому что вещи
Is
пусты,
totally mistaken.
полностью ошибочны.
Yeah, good. Yeah, Huashang Mahayana is a very famous Buddhist scholar from China who debated Master Kamalashila like in the 7th century AD in front of this Tibetan king. They were like trying to decide who was right, whose viewpoint was right. And so the king sponsored a debate. And, you know, we say Kamala Shila won. I think they said Huashang won. It's always like that. It's okay. Plus, it was 1,300 years ago. You know, who can get the correct story now? I don't know. Anyway, the first emptiness book I ever read was Huangpo. And I think he believes basically what Huashang believes. It still helped me. I still was like, I was like, what? It's an amazing book. But it's the same problem. It's the problem of the extreme of thinking things don't exist because you don't get a good explanation of emptiness. So you think nothing exists. Because these are really smart people. They're not idiots or anything. It's just the explanation is not complete. And that's one of the reasons Jason Coppa was so revolutionary when he came. Because there had been about, I don't know, it was about 400 years since Lord Atisha. And people were believing all kinds of stuff at that point. It's like if Jesus came back, he'd be like, what are you doing? What is this? Imagine if you're like, what? Why am I on the wall on a cross? You know that really hurt, right? Why are you worshiping that? Can you take that down? It's upsetting me. It's like that. All right. Or whoever. Or Muhammad coming and seeing people bombing people in his name or something. You're like, what? I said peace, not bomb. Like, what's wrong with you? Same. You know? So, anyway, it's just if you think nothing exists at all and then nothing matters, then morality doesn't matter. But also nothing can work, nothing can function, nothing can exist. But you already believe that, even though you do exist. So it's a total bullshit. It's totally dysfunctional belief system. All right? And you fell off a cliff, right? We had it yesterday, right? Jock Young. Yeah, a cliff. All right, Maria. Take us home.
All objects in the world are like empty screens. What we see on them is totally a projection caused by the imprints in our own minds, placed there when we did something, either good or bad, in the past. However, therefore, because things are empty, we must be good and moral in our personal lives if we want to be forced by our karma to see the world as a tantric paradise in the future.
Yeah. And you can. And you will. If you practice Lam Rim well, the three principal paths specifically, you'll be forced to see angels running around. Forced to. They will come up to you and tap you on the shoulder and be like, hi. Literally. Not figuratively, not metaphorically, not symbolically, not interpretively, not I think it was I don't know, I think it's no, not like that. And who's it gonna be, by the way? Whoever you live with. Your mom. Your mom's gonna be like, hi. Or your boyfriend. Or your girlfriend. Okay? So you can wait for that, or you can start acting like it now. I recommend the latter. All right. That's it. That's the end of course 6. Time cutter. We are 1/3 of the way through the ACI courses. Okay. We will finish them on July 26th of this year. I'll throw a huge party in Mexico. You're invited. There is a fee. If you really want to come and you are short on money, we can talk. We can strike a deal. But whatever you don't pay, I have to pay. So
Если
you know,
хотите платить, то я буду
it has to
платить.
be for a good reason.
Мгм.
Or you can do it online as well.
Ну, вы можете сделать
All right,
онлайн.
that's it. Any questions?
Хорошо. Есть ли вопросы?
Are you having fun yet?
Могу.
Exactly. Sort of. If you're sort of having fun, you sort of understand emptiness.
Если вам
I got mad at my daughter the other day. And I got mad and I was like, wait,
я думаю, просто я такой, ой, нет,
I do this,
я
don't
не должен делать.
I? I'm like,
Я такой,
sorry, I'm not mad. Forget it.
ой, извини, я
Sorry.
говорю.
It took a little bit. A half hour.
Ну,
Half hour is
говорю,
not that bad.
хорошо,
But I'd rather half a second. Okay.
хочется. Это
All right. I'll see
ого.
everybody tomorrow. Thanks for
Хорошо, я
coming.
завтра
We'll
вышла.
start Bodhisattva
Успешно
vow course.
подошел.
If you have those vows,
Где твой статус?
you should
Если у
know
вас есть
everything
виза,
already.
обед, я подошла посылать.
If you don't have those vows, you can consider getting them after the course. All right. Bye. Thank you, translators. Дякую, Anna. Спасибо. Ainur. See you later.